So this is Calcutta. So let us start with Swami Vivekananda. Apparently somebody asked Swamiji that is there anything worse than losing one's girlfriend? And Swamiji said yes, losing the confidence to get another one. And this applies to boyfriend also. So that in essence sums up the way to cope up with failure. Rest are minor details. And when you try to search for details, since it was a general topic instead of PubMed, I went to Google. And there was about 21,000 million, some 21 million or something hits. That shows that it's not only you and me. Everybody is interested in this topic. So it is a relevant topic and it is of general interest. Unfortunately, it is not pediatric in particular. So you excuse me if I sound too vague or too non-specific. But I guess in this auditorium, before we go into failure, I think you are probably more likely to be suffering from imposter syndrome rather than failure. And imposter syndrome is a psychological occurrence in which an individual doubts his skills, talents, and accomplishment, and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. I suffer from that actually all the time. That people are discovered by fraud. So I sense it is seen in people. It is said that it is seen in people who are perfectionists. So I think most of you would probably make sure that first let's take out like pseudo dementia, reversible causes. So make sure it is not imposter. If it is not imposter and we are talking about failure, then let us see. So in the Google when I saw, there were tremendous inspiring quotes, like failure is not opposite of success, it is part of success. Just because you have failed, it does not make you a failure. There is only one way to avoid failure. Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That is Edison. Many of life's failure are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Or success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. That's it. So I really regretted having not failed more often. And then the verse which I have not listed here is from Mark Twain, who says you need only two things to success: ignorance and enthusiasm. So some people might be offended. So many great individuals. It is like fashion to talk of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and think of people who really failed and then made it very big. And there are several strategies to cope up with failure. And maybe we will talk of some of them in due course of time. So Dr. Amitabh told me that in our specialty what happens is that we find pediatric cardiology too demanding. That after the course we realize that you probably made a wrong choice, or the specialty is referral based and it needs really different skill than what we thought a doctor should have in terms of kickbacks and getting the patient. And a single mistake can ruin your career. So kindly teach the young people about these things. Then I reflected about it and I thought, aren't this the same thing which happens in everything? Like for a marriage failure, this is as applicable. For the chief minister, this is as applicable. So I think it seems to me in general that the coping of failure has to be probably kind of uniform. And I will be talking of some fundamental aspects of coping with failure, be it personal or professional. And actually, it's very difficult to distinguish personal and professional failure in profession. So, what is the prevention of the best thing to tackle failure is to prevent it, isn't it? Like in preventing the death complications, there are events which can be preventable, and it's a matter of training. If you are not properly trained, you can get into some. They are called as category 1. Category 2 could be possibly prevented, and category 3 is not preventable. So accidents will continue to happen no matter what. But we should make sure that we have trained ourselves enough so that we can prevent a couple of failures. But when it comes to failure and when it comes to medicine, I'd like to talk of this thing. I can guarantee you half of the audience, 50%, would not know what is salutogenesis. Pathogenesis is genesis of disease. Salutogenesis is genesis of health. As doctors, we have failed to realize, and we have put so much emphasis on disease that it is disease. Our mind are diseased. We really don't think of health. And if you want to prevent catastrophe, then you have a bank balance. So why not create a bank balance of mental health, physical health, overall health, social health, which is salutogenesis. So if you look into factors which cause salutogenesis, when we see a patient of PST, we tend to emphasize, rose, you might get endocarditis. We don't say that, okay, 80% of them will rose. Whatever we see, we are so disease-minded as doctors, as a population, that we need to get into health-minded if you want to prevent more failures in general. Alright. Suppose we have tried and we have failed. Now we have two options. When we fail from something, we certainly resent that thing, and we really don't, and we want to avoid. We can sulk, and we become stagnant because we avoid, we stop taking challenges, and we regress. The other option is that we accept whatever is the failure, we give ourselves, yes, I failed, I take that, for a while I feel bad, but I learn from those failures. And then I improve and I grow. I think that is the technique which must be followed when we really talk of coping with failure. It's easy said than done. So how really to get into this? I think there is no change. If you really want to change, there has to be change in your belief system. Unless you change in your belief system, nothing can change. So we need to change our perspective. There has to be a need of change in our attitude if you really mean balance. And I am talking only of people who are very well adjusted, there is no problem. I am talking of suppose we find our response is well adapted and we are really coping with the problem, then we must change our perspective. And what are the three key elements which I found is in general? The primarily we are driven by what others think. And if that is the truth, then you give one key of your happiness to others. Never give your key of happiness to others. I was not made professor for 12 years and I thought, damn it, I'm a professor. So that's it. And I never felt like failure for that. What is your matrix of success? What do you call success? And it depends. You can be successful internationalist, you can be successful technologist, but a technologist for pure pursuit of technology in our society sometimes, the rest of its social relevance may not be a success actually. So you define your matrix of success and then think on that and take right amount of responsibility. Currently the responsibility of running the world rests with somebody else. People call it God, not with you. So take a stock of situation and be responsible for what you think you should be. And if you have these three fundamental right, you would probably be coping with failure better. In general, it is said that unselfishness is more pain. You be unselfish. People don't have patience to practice it. In the long run, unselfishness is more pain. This is evidence based. You can try it out. You accept rejection. It is certain that there are videos you might have seen that for 100 days you try to get rejection. Day one you ask for somebody to get $100 from a stranger, try that. You will be rejected. Then try another day, little more, then little more. So if you get more rejection, then you grow within yourself. And since it is in public domain, I can probably quote an example of Professor Shakil Qureshi that one day he was told to go to a lady and ask her to just tell her I love her. So he did that in the ran without knowing the response, and that has stood him in good stead. So that you can see that it has really helped him in making cath interventions and growing inside. So try that. Try to go into discomfort zone. Try to get into exposure mode. People call it exposure therapy. That means you tend to get into things which is out of your comfort zone. We get into our comfort zone too far, and when you are in job, when you are middle age, it's too easy to lay down in the comfort zone. So I think one good way of trying to keep a balance, of trying to see not how to fail, or trying to get some muscle for coping with failure, is to get out of your comfort zone. Whatever it means, whether it means to do something this or go out, take another job, and learn detachment. This is important. You must try this out. Getting concentration, getting attachment to an idea is relatively easy, but detaching from that idea, I don't want to think of a monkey. Try that. You will not be able to detach. So if you get a power of detachment, then you are much more likely to be emotionally successful. Or sometimes, suppose people like once you become a doctor, once you become successful, once you are patient or you are controlled, you tend to get into a feeling that your ego gets inflated. So what happens? That you do not want to do any job which there is a chance of success. So you don't want to do an ability to attempt a goal without a guaranteed success. And then you start shrinking. You will not take up that because there may be failure. Or you get into a system of self-sabotaging because you procrastinate. Unless I should not do this unless I succeed, unless I am guaranteed success. So if you take that track, then you get into procrastination, and gradually you will regress. Gradually we will get into a low self-esteem. So the point is never to get into that. So the people talk in psychiatric literature, I need to get to that for this talk. I learned that there are 5 basic ways of facing the failure. They say problem based. Problem based means if your boss has a problem, you just think whether you can change the job. So you do something for that failure. More difficult is the emotion based, that you can't change the system and it's really you are getting inside trouble and torture. So how to get out of that? In that you need to have better perspective. You need to have good social support. And this is for young people. I really feel the difference in 10 years and now. There is a serious lack of community amongst you people, amongst the young people. I'm suffering from IMT, as Rama told, but it is a real, you can objectivize this. The current residents don't have so much social support among themselves that it used to, and the community is really lacking. Causes can be many. If you have a meaning making in life, that means your sense of coherence of universe, if it is real, if it is reasonable, then you are much more likely to cope up. And the best that works for India is religion based. Give it to the God, have some hope and faith and love, and I'm sure that it will succeed. And there is nothing to be ashamed about that. I think people tend to wrongly think that science and religion are opposite. They are not opposite at all. They are at the same time. And you have seen this before, that the reap character, how you want to have a destiny, you want to have a character, reap a habit, and you have a character. You have reap actions and you get into habit. But how do you get actions? They are on thoughts. I think doctors make a mistake. Thoughts are like things like table and chair. They are not powerful things. They are infectious. So if your mind is on your thoughts, you have happy thoughts, you have right thoughts. Thoughts are things, real things. Think right thoughts. And I will go back professionally, in terms of professional tips, I have a couple of things to say. This is a 100-year-old lecture by William Oscar to graduates who passed out with their MBBS. And I quote word by word from this. But not always there is a struggle to defeat, which some of you will have to clear. And it may be well for you that in that day you have cultivated a cheerful equanimity. Remember too that sometimes from our desolation only does the better life begin. Even with disaster ahead and ruin imminent, it is better to face them with a smile and with head erect. And if the fight is for principle, then even failure is imminent, you stay with your ideal. Do not lower your ideal. So he's telling us to cultivate equanimity as a primary element of doctor, medical profession. And then further on, there is an interesting one that I would warn you against the trial of the day soon to come to some of you, which has come to most of us, most of you, that engross late in soon in your professional careers, getting and spending, you will soon lay waste your powers that you may have found too late, with hearts given away. That there is no place in your habit-stricken soul for those gentler influences which make life worth living. When you get enough money, when you get enough clout, your soul gets so kind of domesticated, so kind of used that you don't even recognize where you are failing in some essential areas. And this is beautiful for surgeons. This is a nice, some young surgeons might have forgotten this, that when a surgeon failed after a couple of series of success, after switches, suddenly his patient started dying. After first 50 successful, he lost 3, 4, 5 in series. So what he did? He went to centers and then he retrained himself. It needs such serious amount of blatant truthfulness about yourself. And look at the discussion they quoted. I will again read. This is a delicate issue. When a performance problem has been identified, how best to deal with it? This is a delicate issue that imposes serious soul searching. For surgeons, it is even more difficult. Defensive thinking dominates many aspects of our social and professional lives. Incompetence is tolerated at many levels because dealing effectively with them will lead to nightmare of legal entanglements with employees, families, colleagues, unions, grievance committees, and so forth. It is the surgeon's duty not to be intimidated by these threats and to demonstrate the candor and the fortitude necessary to stand up to this question. Are you up to it? This is the bad one because it shows that just as there is a learning curve, there is a falling curve also. And some of my colleagues and my age may be getting into the falling curve, but there is some reassurance that is with age, whatever falls, actually you can make it up by and large with experience. So he goes on to say that there is a general literature that aging doesn't really change your performance because you can make it up by experience. This thing has changed. I thought I will give some personal tips. I think there is a problem with the PowerPoint version. So there is a share written on this that when you are thinking of personal failures, just remember this one that उम्र भर एक ही गलती करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी शीशा साफ करता रहा. So just make sure that it is not applicable. And so there are 5 big personality traits. Each personality in psychiatric literature, they divide people into these 5 major categories. Each personality has goods and bads. So just see if you are thinking of personal failure, just see which area of this is probably not you are not doing very well. For example, neuroticism means too much negativism for a small stimulus, a small failure can be given to 100 of us, and those who are high on neuroticism will feel very bad, and the others will be able to pedal on. Somebody is very agreeable, then he will be so agreeable, so friendly to everybody, but he will not take a stand. And he will be so agreeable that he might become addict also. So this is a nice way to think where do my personality stand, what are my bad points, and whether we can do something. I thought this may be part of the topic that because medical marriages are really threat, young women in Indian setting really is under terrible stress in terms of medical marriages. There is a type A personality. Type A personality, we are familiar with what is type A personality, but in marriages in terms of type A personality, should you have type A response, which is typified by excessive ambitiousness or materialism, competitiveness, refusal to relax, constant horizon, cynicism, and a need for control. If you are such, then what you will do, you will be self-focused, you will be controlling, you will be poor listener, you will be easily angered, and you will be very critical of others' mistakes. So it's time that if we find some trace of this, mend our ways. But suppose we are finding that we are against a system failure. For example, suppose we were pediatric cardiologists in Ukraine, what would we have done? And there only you clench your teeth and say, this too shall pass. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. My friends, life is too short to waste in critique peep or scenic park, quarrel or determine, success or failure, it will soon be dark. Up, mind thy name, and Godspeed the mark. For when the great scorer comes to mark against your name, he writes not that he won or lost, but he will write how you played the game. Thank you.